All right, let's talk about on-premise reporting. For years, there's been this quiet showdown, a real battle between two Microsoft heavyweights. In one corner, you've got the long-reigning champion, SQL Server Reporting Services. We all know it as SSRS. And in the other corner, its super powerful successor, Power BI Report Server. Well, today we are settling the score once and for all.
For what feels like an eternity, SSRS has been the go-to. It's that reliable workhorse for all the operational reports that keep businesses running. It's stable, everyone knows it, and hey, it gets the job done. But let's be real, in today's world where data is everything, is good enough really good enough anymore? So, at its heart, SSRS was built to do one thing and do it exceptionally well: create, manage, and push out paginated reports. Now, that word paginated, that's the key here. We're talking about things like invoices, financial statements, basically anything that needs a pixel-perfect, fixed layout that has to look the exact same on your screen as it does printed on a piece of paper. It's all about that rigid structure and precision. And this is where Power BI Report Server, or PBIRS, steps into the ring. Now listen, it wasn't built to just replace SSRS, it was designed to evolve it. The absolute best way to think about it is as a superset of SSRS. It can do literally everything the old veteran can. But then, and this is the game changer, it adds this whole new layer of modern interactive analytics right on top. When you put them side by side like this, the evolution just becomes crystal clear. Where SSRS is laser-focused on those paginated reports, PBIRS gives you both. You get your structured, print-ready reports, and you get these dynamic interactive dashboards. The whole user experience just shifts from, passively viewing a report to actively exploring the data. This isn't just some small feature upgrade. It's a massive shift from static reporting to real dynamic business intelligence. So far, it's looking like a pretty clear win for the new challenger, right? But hey, this isn't just my opinion. Let's see what the official word is from Microsoft themselves, the company that actually created both of these platforms. Turns out, they've already picked a winner. And there it is. This quote isn't pulled from some random tech blog. It's straight from the official Microsoft documentation for the upcoming SQL Server 2025. It's not a hint, it's not a suggestion, it is a flat-out declaration: standalone SSRS is being replaced. Microsoft just ended the debate. And if that quote wasn't enough for you, well, the SQL Server 2025 installer provides all the visual proof you need. The option to install SSRS, it's just gone, vanished. And right there in its place, a direct link to install Power BI Report Server. So Microsoft isn't just telling us this is the future. They've literally coded it right into the product. Okay, so what does this all mean for your budget? Well, this is actually fantastic news. Starting with SQL Server 2025, any paid license you have automatically includes the right to deploy PBIRS. So for a ton of organizations out there, the path forward isn't just clear, it's already paid for. So the showdown is over. We have a clear winner. The question for your team, for your organization, is no longer if you should move away from standalone SSRS, but how and when. And that brings us to the next big hurdle, right? The migration itself. Let's be honest with ourselves, the old way of migrating these reports was a total nightmare. I'm talking about painstaking manual work, trying to get complex scripts to run right, and just a huge risk of errors or losing important metadata. It was slow, it was painful, and it was unreliable. We need a modern solution, something fast, simple, and totally accurate. And guess what? That modern solution actually exists. It's called the SSRS Report Migration Wizard. And this isn't some clunky standalone tool you have to learn. It's a playbook, and it's designed to fit right into the way you already work. See, the Wizard is actually an extension that plugs directly into Visual Studio and SQL Server Management Studio, or SSMS. What that means is you manage the entire migration from inside the environments you're already using every single day. It completely transforms a complex, scary project into just a few simple clicks. And when I say a few clicks, I am not kidding. The process is this simple guided workflow. You connect to your source, you connect to your target, you pick the items you want to move, reconfigure your connections, and you're done, finished. The Wizard just completely demystifies the entire process. But this tool is way more than just a fancy file copier. It's intelligent. It migrates all your key components. It automatically preserves those critical shared references so your reports don't break. It recreates all your subscriptions, both standard and data-driven, and it can even intelligently convert your old embedded data sources to shared ones, which helps you clean up and standardize your new environment right from the get-go. So there you have it. The path forward is crystal clear. The future of on-prem reporting is Power BI Report Server, and that big migration you might be dreading, it doesn't have to be a roadblock anymore. You have a clear playbook to make this whole transition smooth and reliable. So, are you ready to make the move? We've linked everything for you. The installation guide, the full documentation for the SSRS Reports Migration Wizard, it's all right there in the description below. It's literally everything you need to take control of your reporting future. The only question left is, when are you going to begin?